Uh, uh, Dude, I put on eyeliner today, and I think it does not look good. It looks way too dark. I need some brown eyeliner pencil, because the black is just too much. It looks like I'm trying to be gothic. Chat, do you think it's too much? Should I go, like, try to take it off? Do you guys like the eyeliner, or should I try to take it off? I feel like I should be, like, on a corner street somewhere with this eyeliner. Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's kind of warm in here, I'm not gonna lie. Alice in Wonderlandstra, a little bit, yeah. I was doing laundry, and I found this, and I was like, oh, fuck. I'm using that shit. I'm using that shit. Can't see it that much? How can you not see it? It's very noticeable. I guess maybe it's just noticeable to me, but I don't know. I don't love it. There's like hair in my eye, though. It's annoying me. You always look cute. What's wrong with working a corner? Nothing, but you know, I just think it's way too dark. But I'm worried that if I like try to take it off, it's gonna smudge, and it's gonna look even worse. Very cool German fit. It's actually a little Red Riding Hood. Don't mind the dryer sheet. Give us a closer look. Okay. There we go. I mean, Little Red Riding Hood is German, isn't she? Isn't that like a German folktale? Of your eyeliner? There's something in this eye, and it's driving me insane. Red or white socks? Like the team? Like the White Sox, or the team the Red Sox? Because I actually don't care about baseball, to be honest with you. Whatever team is associated with Central Florida, or Florida in general, that's where I'll go with. If you're insinuating what socks am I wearing, I'm actually not wearing socks, so. A bit scuffed, pure Astra, it really is scuffed. Can I ask something personal? Yeah. Fuck it, why not? Fuck it, why not? Immediately should we want a close up of your ass? I did not do that. I was doing like a mini fit check. Showed the whole thing. Don't assume that's what I'm doing. Oscilloscope tech stream when? When I finally like. It depends on when the autism comes back around to the electronic autism, because it really like. You gotta wait, you know, I'll be like autistically into something for like a certain amount of time and then I'll switch. But the key is I always come back around. So the real answer is just like however long it takes for me to like decide I want to open that thing up again and actually figure out what's wrong with it. But I do think I'm gonna move the oscilloscopes right here. I think that would look a lot cooler. So I'm gonna like move them over here, and maybe I'll move my I don't know if you can tell today, chat, but I'm using a compressor, like an actual proper compressor that I think I haven't used this in a very, very long time. I don't know if I've ever actually used this for streaming, so it's kind of weird that I have it, but I haven't ever used it. But I'm using it right now. I thought it had like some noise in the background, but I don't hear anything. Like, if I'm quiet, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But like, I don't know. So now the microphone is sounding good. I got some new XLR cables. I got a compressor. I could see the little like, there's a little gauge that's on the compressor that I could see going. I also could see the little tubes inside of it working. It's pretty good. Pretty good. What do you think, chat? What do you think about the audio setup so far right now? What is, if you had to score the audio of the stream, what would you score it? crisp. 8. That's pretty good. Like, out of the best streamer you know of, compare their audio to mine. 7, perhaps? Oh, don't knock me. Little Riding Hood, Astra Grandma. What big bulge you had, Wolf? Oh, you better plow. Wait, what? I don't know. Whenever I think of Little Red Riding Hood, I think of Hoodwinked. And I think Hoodwinked is honestly a little slept on as a movie. I think that's a real hood classic, and like that movie is aging better. It's sort of, remember yesterday I was talking about Mystery Men and how it kind of aged in a way where it's better the older it gets. Hoodwinked is kind of has that same aesthetic. Like, the animation is so shitty, it becomes an aesthetic that complements the movie, because the movie is retarded, but it's funny anyway. Fucking love that movie. If you want a close up of Asher's derriere, this is true. You can check that out on the link tree. You need a basket with groceries. Grandma got eaten by a wolf. Last time I visited Grandma's house, she had this wolf tied up in the back. He looked real sad, like the only thing he's had to eat in 7 weeks is peanut butter, and I really don't know why you just feed a wolf peanut butter. What incentive is there just to feed it peanut butter? I don't get it. But boy, do I tell you, my grandma's face, she looked real satisfied, and I don't know how those things relate, but you know what? I have some sort of good news though. I have some sort of good news. It'd be a basket of 762. I have some sort of good news. Noise gate, you definitely fixed the background hiss compared to what it was doing 1010. You mentioned new chords. That was likely it. I ran into bad chord at rehearsal. I usually kept stuff in my top shape. Well, for the bad hiss, the really bad hiss, that was the tube. That was this tube. It was bad. Yeah, and I swapped it out, and that fixed the microphone pretty much. And then I don't know how much the compressor's adding, but it's doing something, and I think I have it set up pretty well right now. So the idea behind the compressor is that I should be able to talk a little bit louder and have less peaks. It should hurt your ears less and still be a little bit louder. So I don't know. You'll have to tell me if it's too loud. But I do like watching I feel like a professional right now, chat, because like I have this whole ass setup here where I have like my audio interface, and the compressor is like a rack mount compressor, so it's kind of big for my desk. But it's pretty nice. Like it's actually I really like it. Maybe what I might do is I might move the compressor over here, right here, so that you guys can see it, because I think it looks kind of cool, and then I'll put the oscilloscopes on top of it, and so I'll have this really cool looking wild. And maybe even I can like hook up the oscilloscope to the actual compressor, so it will actually be everything will be connected. That would be really cool. That'd be really fucking cool, man. I might try that. I might genuinely try that. I don't know. And the wolf will eat Astra. She has guns. Exactly. They might try, but they will fail. So is one of the things you replace a bad tube with a bad tube? I don't know what I thought I replaced the tube, but maybe I just didn't replace the tube before, and maybe I just like didn't know what I did, or maybe I don't know what, but it sounds fine right now. And it's, are you transitioning into being a woman? Kinda. That question's always a hard one. I don't kinda, not really. I kind of just vibing, but technically yes, but kind of vibe no, but sort of. If I could press a button right now and be a woman, I would totally press it. But it's like, I also think like, I think if you get in as a trans person, if you get into the trap of thinking I'm trying to be something else, then you're kind of already setting yourself up to never really believe that you're that thing in the first place. So I try not to do that. You're a fucking woman, Astra, damn it. Gonna pay like $800 to put in a professional werewolf makeup costume. That's like Wolf in the Underworld. Is that like that one guy who's like a furry, and he's like, this couple owns a dog, but the dog is actually just a dude in a dog costume, and they just totally pretend like it's a normal dog. They really sound good. You should get you could roll out a little upper mid around 3 to 4K when you get Trident over such things as beans and chili. You could get a little trebly. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I could, is there an equalizer, effect on here? Hold on. Filters. Edit filters. I have compression on... Oh, maybe I don't have any compression on this one. Let's see here. Noise gates, noise suppression, compression, VST plugin. No, that's not what I want. Invert polarity, limiter, expander. No. That's not what I want. I want an equalizer. Why is there no equalizer? You know what I want to do, chat? I want to make an equalizer. I want to like actually make one out of tubes. Maybe that would help. But it'll be interesting. And maybe I could figure out some way of rolling off the mid. Like, could have some sort of like, maybe I could figure out a way of rolling off the high end. I do think it sounds a little trebly. It could use a little bass. I don't know where. What do you use for stream? I use Streamlabs for streaming. So you're a bit like Finster? Kind of a bit like Finster. I would say I'm more like... I started transitioning way before Finster. It's like, I don't know. It's like, what I want is basically the same as what a trans person wants. I just am less, my mentality towards it is a bit different. But is there not an equalizer? And can I just like do a little EQ? Because honestly, I just need to like roll off the top end a little bit and then like boost the low end just a tad, like just a little bit. And I think that would be, I'd be set. I think I'd be really set, but I don't know how to do that on Streamlabs. I don't know if there's a, maybe there's a VST I can plug in, or like a plugin that I can do. Hold on, let's see if this is a thing. Streamlabs equalizer plugin. What's an ad? Is there something like a 3-band equalizer for Streamlabs OBS? Yes. Found it. It's this. For Windows. We're installing random shit off the internet, chat. Yes. Oh man, we're signing agreements. Voxengo. Alright, let's see if we have that in the thing. Look for a parametric. I don't think Streamlabs has anything by default, but I just installed something, so we're about to see if it pops up. I'm gonna mute, hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna mute the output. What did you say, the frequencies that should be rolled off? Like 3 to 4K? Like right around there, maybe? Is that it? Like roll off the high end. Hold on, chat. I'll just stream this. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd the interface go? Oh, there it is. So I'm thinking rolling off the top just a little bit off the high end, and then where's my hello back? Oh, I'm sorry. Hello disco. Do you have a girlfriend, boyfriend? I have a boyfriend. As you need to realize that you're extremely feminine, past no effort, you really need to go out in full girl mode. You'll see. I don't know, man. Brainworms are fucking crazy. I want a little bit of bass. What does this do? If I just like increase this, like the low end a little bit. What if we just like do this? A bit of a mid boost. This is me just kind of bullshitting. I don't know if this is gonna sound right. Does that sound better? Does that sound better? Is that good? Does your boyfriend take you out when you're in girl mode? I don't really ever girl mode, so not really. How do I, is this making a difference at all? Is that, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I'm talking. Wait, no, that didn't, wait, did it make a difference? I can't tell. Chat, can you hear a difference? This is off. Okay, this is with the filter off. This is with the filter on. Can you hear a difference at all? Oh, so why is the mic quality a bit lower than usual? The mic quality a little bit lower? No, roll out the mid you just added. Bump 250 millihertz mid bass. So take this away. What the mic quality is lower? It sounds more muffled with the filter turned on. 250. I don't really have 250. I have these. Let's do this. Let's roll the real low end back down. Let's just give a little boost right there. Does that look more correct? I'm not an audio engineer. I really don't know this shit. Which is the same. She easily passed in this attribute for a girl to boot. Oh, well, I mean, listen, I want to this year do something. I want to like go out in girl mode like once this year. I don't know when, but does that sound less muffled? Sounds like a typical gaming mic. Does it really? Am I hearing the same thing? Does that sound better? If I turn it off, is that better? Chat. Is that what do you guys like better? This is the unfiltered? I need opinions, chat. I need opinions. God damn it. Sounds worse with the filter on. So maybe I'm just doing too much here. Can I brighter and bassy? What does this do? Oh, I don't think that is that. How does that sound, chat? Is that any better? Side bass, mid boost, ultra bass boost. We'll do default. Save. Oh, oops. Activate. Can I? Oh yeah, reset. Okay, we're reset. That should sound the same. Okay, that does sound the same. And I had it turned off with this one. Let me try this one again. What does that sound like? Is this one better? You like this one? Sounds fine. It's not like it's a symphony. It's just chatting. This is true, but you know. It sounds gay. I can't tell okay, so this or this or this. Does this sound better or does this sound better? You can talk to other Astras on a loop. Default's better? Alright. I'm sure that I can, like, roll off the mid-range or do something with the EQ, but I'm gonna have to play with it, like, later. I don't know if it matters. It's not that important. Disco, is that better? Do I sound better now? Do I sound better, Disco? Or does it still sound like ass? Does it still sound like gamer mic? Or are we doing gamer mic still? Fuck, dude. Maybe tone, but I can barely tell the difference. I think we need to... So, does it still sound like a gamer mic? I think we need to finicize Astra instead of goal. If we hit a goal, Astra has to go out at least twice a week in full girl mode, at least 4 hours a day for a month. IRL stream, recorded streams to be discussed. That could be something. That would be fun. I think that could be a fun, like, thing. I would just have to figure... We'd have to establish, like... We'd have to establish what the actual rules of it are. Like, what are we actually doing? So, war is over in about 24 hours? What? Sounds a little like a gamer mic. Chat, is Disco, like, the only one who thinks that? Or does anyone else think this sounds like a gamer mic? Does it sound like a... The mic was fine. What happened was you started messing with it and made it worse. Oh, I put it back. It shouldn't sound okay, goddammit. It's supposed to sound good. God damn it. Does it really not sound as good? Hold on. Let me record this a little bit. I'm gonna record this and I'm gonna watch this recording and we're gonna see what this sounds like. I don't think it sounds like a gamer mic. There's a ceasefire? Where? And like which theater are we talking? Are we talking the Alamo? Are we talking Ukraine? You're talking Israel? Are we talking Iran, Iraq? Are we talking like Stacy and Rebecca at the local wine and dine? Like where's the ceasefire? In Antarctica? Israel-Iran war. Really? They got a ceasefire out of that? Damn. And all we had to do was bomb the shit out of them. Anyway, it was the girl month goal, right? Yeah, we tried doing some of that stuff. Gamer mics suck because they are cheap shit. Put your headphones on and listen to your EQ adjustments. I am. I was listening to it back, but it's hard to tell when you're like talking at the same time. And I'll play with it, but does it sound worse than usual, chat? Because maybe it's my compressor. Because I have a compressor on it. And maybe the compressor isn't as good. But I didn't feel like... I could, like, try, like, bypassing the compressor. Use expander. Threshold release, threshold ratio, attack. How does that sound? Does that sound any better? Use an expander. Is it too compressed? It sounds perfectly fine right now. When you mess with it, it sounds bad. So leaving it as is fine. Alright, well. Check out her 1 full month of girl mode. According to Jizz, she complained to the rules. I didn't complain about the rules. I did feel like I wanted to do more for girl month though. So I feel like if we were to do that again, I would want to do it slightly differently. The ceasefire has not been confirmed by Iran. Well then how do you fucking... I'm gonna read slow? Fuck, I'll read as fast as I want to, goddammit. Just mic checking. Girl voice microphone test. How does this sound, chat? I want a free fire. So compiled, not complained. What? Listen, bro. It sounds perfectly fine when you mess with it. It sounds bad. Yeah. yeah. I mean, listen, 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 alright? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I wonder if it is, like... Here, chat, does it sound better if I do this? Does that sound at all better? Does that sound less gamer Mikey? Can I run a tab for girl voice? No. Can we enter some talks to get Astra and girl mode and more kill and some fucking brainworms? Yeah, I would be down for some talks. I would be down. Wake sounds good, it is better. So that sounds better with, okay, so I turned down the ratio. The compression ratio. Maybe that was it. Hold on, let me turn it down a little bit more. How about that, chat? How is that compression ratio? Does that sound even better, or does that sound worse? Something, Mike, you're getting one guide. I am getting one guide. God damn it. Listen. It's a nice microphone setup. It shouldn't sound like a goddamn gamer microphone. But anyway, speaking of microphones, chat, there is some sort of good news coming on the microphone front. And I don't know, now that this setup is working though, I don't know if I'm gonna use it. We'll see. Because I might get the actual microphone, chat. I might actually get it. I got a call from the post office today. And they had, they went and got it. I think they got the package, so he picked it up. And now I'm just waiting for it to get here. Maybe it'll get here tomorrow. So I might have the new microphone next stream. So next stream I'll probably use that microphone, but I don't know if that microphone is going to be better than this microphone. So we'll have to do a shootout. Either way, I kind of bought it as a backup microphone anyway, so we'll have to see. If it's better than this one, we'll use that one, but we'll see. See? Listen, I knew it was like possible that it would happen, but listen, I didn't want to get my hopes up, alright? I've had my hopes dashed one too many times. Jizzy, can you use the mic for his streams? Yeah, maybe. You got it back? Maybe. Not yet. I don't have it back yet. But I was talking to the post office today, and they actually called me this time, which is pretty good. Kind of joking, I have a fan on at the moment, so it might be the factor. Bro, what? You got me all fucked up over here over goddamn bullshit. Fuck. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Fuck. God damn it. Now I'm like messing with my settings and shit. Fuck. The mic is fine. Yeah. So you need to put a metal cheese grater over the mic to reduce the wind noise. I have this, so I have a pop filter. Are the pops and S's coming through too much, chat? Are we getting too many S's and pops and things like that of the nature? Very good to get your new mic. I am happy for you. I hope the mic sounds better than the mighty got now. I can't wait to see your new mic tomorrow and see how it sounds. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what I don't know. It could be an older microphone. It could be there's like a couple different things it could be. It could be the newer versions of the microphone that use a 12 AUT7, or it could be one of the older versions of the microphones that uses like a microtube. I'm kind of interested, but either way, at least it'll be good backup mic. Obviously, this mic's a bit janky sometimes because I built it myself, and it's got some janky ass wiring. I think it sounds good when it works, but it would be nice to have a backup at least. Mirror Courier dirty undies to filter. They are not dirty. They were clean. Those are clean underwear, chat. The more filtered. Technically, yeah, it would be more filtered if it was dirty, but I'm not. No. your mic is held together with paper clips and scotch tape. I do have some electrical tape in there holding shit together. But that's more of a an insulating thing and not a structural thing. Fit check, yes, and yes, this time it's about your ass. Well, fuck. Fuck. That I had to stand up? Shit. You gorgeous? Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll do a fit check. I'll do a fit check. Pretty good. What do you think, chat? Do you think I could star in a Little Red Riding Hood movie? I'm in the forest. Oh no, there's a big bad wolf over there. What will I do? I have red lips, but could you include some lipstick at some point? I don't have any lipstick, but if I did, then yeah, I could. But I don't have any. I never realized how fucking huge the muzzle is on the Vepr. Yeah, it's a honker, dude. If you're on an ammo, you could just unscrew that thing and yuck it at someone, and you could kill them. I mean, it's like a meaty thing, dude. But honestly, I love this shotgun so much. I want to go shooting because I want to shoot it again. Nice petticoat. Big Wolf doesn't want to eat you, he just wants that bussy. He just wants the bussy. Well, you can have the bussy, alright? I gotta deliver my cookies to Grandma. Put that shit in a sock, go to town. Like, you wouldn't even have to. Like, the thing itself is just a weapon. Like, look at how fucking large this thing is. It's big. You can tell the carbon that's been deposited on it. It's kind of dirty. I should probably clean it. Yeah, I don't know how to take it off, and I don't really want to try. You know, when I thought about, if the big beautiful bill passes, and I'm not talking about politics, but if that bill passes, then that means short-barreled shotguns are on the table, chat. And I was thinking maybe about cutting this thing down, but realistically, I'm not sure, because it does have a higher velocity because the barrel is quite a bit longer. I mean, the barrel really only goes to here, it's just the muzzle is so long, so maybe I could just put a different muzzle device on it and it wouldn't be so bad. But I think the muzzle device probably helps keep it controllable. I feel like with the muzzle device, it's going to make it a little bit more controllable. I could put a suppressor on it, but I think suppressing a shotgun is just sort of like, why? Why do you do that? Why would you suppress a shotgun? It's not going to be quiet. It's not going to be fucking quiet. Shit belongs on a 50 cal. I mean, this is the bullet that comes out of here, chat, is larger than a 50 cal. If you're shooting a slug out of this thing, it is more bullet than a 50 cal. It is huge. And believe me, this thing has a lot of gas that comes out of it. So it's like, it's not necessarily unwarranted to have a big ass break like that. It really isn't. Especially on a gun like this where you're trying to shoot it really fast. The added weight at the end of the barrel helps you keep the actual muzzle down. She's gassy. Well, kind of. It also depends on the kind of ammo you're using, but this is a really cool shotgun. For those who don't know, this is an RPK, basically. This is, people know a lot about the Sega 12. So basically, Sega made an AK-47, but they made it into a shotgun, and that was pretty popular. I remember seeing them when I was younger, like in my teenage years, and being like, "Oh, dude, that is so cool." I remember I picked one up one time at a gun store, and I'm like, "This thing is sick. I want this thing." And the guy was like, "Oh, you got good taste." And that was a while ago, but that was a Sega. Segas are built off of normal AKs. They're not. They were like, they took a normal AK and then they turned it into a shotgun, essentially. This is the Mulat Vepr 12. So Mulat actually, like, the actual Russian military started building this, and then Mulat, or like the Russian military in Sega or something, not Sega, or Saiga, started building these things, but Mulat took it over and started manufacturing these things. But they made them off of RPK receivers, not AK-47 receivers. You can see this bulge right here, chat. Chat, do you see this bulge right here? That means that it's an RPK, really? And you can also tell because of the site has windage adjustments, which is a thing on RPK sites. So it is an RPK, and also there's a unique little design in the gas tube here, where it has a kind of auto-regulating puck that's in here that helps cycle the gun. So it's actually a really cool, like, firearm. Like, it's really, really cool. And you know what makes it even cooler is that it's banned from import, meaning you can't buy one of these. This is a little bit different of a version, though, I will say. Like, a lot of versions have a little easier safety to get to. Some of them have an ambidextrous safety. Mine does not. It might have used to, but I don't know if the mag pull is what this thing originally came with, but... Oh, there's a little compartment here. Is there anything in the compartment? No, you could put, like, a joint or something in there. No one would ever know. Watch your language? Excuse me? What did I say? Cutting down the barrel could mess with the cycling reliability. It may cause too much pressure loss. The added length was most likely needed because the muzzle device is being added. Well, no, the reason why it's so long is because that's just how these were imported. A lot of these, some of these, there are a couple different versions. There's one that has a pistol version, so it's like the barrel ends like right here. And then there are some that have this, I think it's a 30-inch barrel, I think. And there are some that have even longer barrels, but I think those are only sold in Russia. But no, this is actually, it's not, the muzzle brake is not, I don't know if they imported it with the muzzle brake or not, but the muzzle brake is not, it doesn't have anything to do with that. But it does affect the cycling, you're right, it does, a little bit. But I know it does run, there are plenty of people who run these, with the barrel cut off this short, so it does affect the back pressure, which makes it it's not gonna cycle as many rounds of whatever bullshit if you have if you cut down the barrel, and that's honestly a big reason why I don't think I am gonna cut it down. I was thinking about it, but I really don't think I'm gonna do it because of that, and because it's actually less effective. Excuse me. Like, you get less velocity out of it. I thought maybe shotguns didn't work the same, but they generally do, so I don't think I'm gonna cut the barrel. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find some other thing to SBR or throw. First thing I'm gonna do if that build passes, I'm gonna get a suppressor for this son of a bitch, because this thing is cool and I really want a suppressor for this thing so bad. This thing would look so sick with a suppressor, chat. It would look so fucking sick. If this would have had a knife, I don't know about that one. Mac is now using HK Factory to make their guns. So they came out with the MP5 clone. Mac? You mean the guys who made the Mac 10? Next stream, Astra could dress up like a little Bo Peep. I hope the bill passes and says hello. Yeah, I don't know about the whole bill as a whole because I really haven't looked into it. But like, chat, short barrel rifles and shotguns and suppressors are on the docket. We could have them all without having to pay a stupid tax stamp. I could, chat. If I want to buy a suppressor for this right now, I can. But it's going to cost me $300 for the suppressor, and then it's going to cost me another $200 for the tax stamp. And not only that, I have to get the tax stamp. I have to, like, sign it and put my fingerprint on it. I have to send that into the FBI, in which point they'll do a background check on me. And then they'll do all this bullshit, and it can take weeks, up to months, up to even years to get it back. And then only then, when you get it back, only then can you actually get your suppressor. And now they have all your they have your digits, they have your fucking thumbprints, the government's all in your shit. You have to register the suppressor with the NFA. But if this bill passes, it will basically be treated like a normal firearm. So if I wanted to buy a suppressor, all I have to do, in the state of Florida, all I have to do is go to my local gun store that sells suppressors, buy a suppressor, fill out the 4473, and then wait 3 days, because I'm in Florida, and Florida's retarded sometimes. But wait 3 days, and then after that 3 days, I just have a suppressor, and I don't have to pay $200 extra for it. So this thing, I want a suppressor on this thing so badly, chat. Make it at home? I don't think that would work as well. I don't know if I'd do that. FBI will need to watch your stream archives. Need to watch all my stream archives. I cannot wait until I can get a suppressor on this thing, man. Cannot wait. Literally days worth of streams. Oh, dude, if you were gonna watch every stream I've done back to back, it would not be days, it would be weeks, dude. $1,100 for an MP. Wait. Mac 5. Dude, wait, is it the same people who made the Mac 10? Because that's crazy. And 9 mil. Do they make one in 45? Dude, I could buy this right now for 4 payments of $285, chat. $1,100 is not bad for that. Seriously? $1,100 for an MP5? Are you kidding me? That's fucking sick, dude. You know, it'd be a great suppressor host is this thing. This thing would be so fucking fun to suppress. Ah, I want it. God damn it. It's the same Mac? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy, man. I want that thing, dude. It's not expensive. It's not that expensive. It's really not. That's crazy. It's crazy, dude. I want one of those things now. I think it's a stamped receiver. What can you do? Did they add the slap to it? Of course they added the slap, dude. You can't have an MP5 clone and not have the slap. I watched one guy, like, there's a video, and he's like, you should never slap your MP5. And it's like, bro, you don't understand. That's the whole point. You beat that bitch. You fucking, like... if you have an MP5, you better be slapping that bitch like it just overcooked a ham sandwich, alright? That's the whole point. That's why anyone wants one. That's the whole fucking point. That's a lap. It's in the manual. Dude, $1,100, dude. Yeah, look at it. There's the slap. Look at it. It's got the slap, dude. Oh man, I want this thing. This thing is so cool. That's fucking sick, dude. Damn. Yeah, I saw that one. This listing is, I I think they're out of stock on this listing, and it's more expensive on there. This Military Armament Corps or Battlehawk Armory or whatever. I don't. They're in stock. Fast and 1 to 3 days available and online and in-store. Grimes, Iowa. They're in-store in Grimes. Dude, I could have my dad go and get one. If I had $1,100, Chad, you're goddamn right, I would fucking order the hell out of this shit, dude. I would order that immediately. That's the company Mac. Yeah, I know, dude. Oh, dude. Oh my god, dude. Dude, it's the Terminator. It's the Astra It's literally the Astra Terminator. I'm pretty sure that's the actual designation for this. I might be wrong. Oh, dude, I like that. I like that, chat. Look, yeah, look, it's the Terminator. That's so sick. That's so sick, chat. Oh, I might have to... Fuck, dude. $230 for the bid right now? How much? It's got 6 days? Alright, chat. I'm gonna watch this one. I'm gonna watch this one very closely and see what happens to it. Because I am looking at this one. I'm looking at this one, chat. Oh... This is cool. I love Snub-Nose 44 chat. I love it. My dad had a Ruger Alaskan Red Hawk, or not Red Hawk, just a Ruger Alaskan in 44 Magnum. That thing was fun. It was not very accurate, but it was fun. Keep an eye on it so you don't forget again. Alright, thank you. Good thing Michelle isn't here. I know I'm just making a meme out of it because people think it looks so cool. Wait. You can't use the sights if you do it, just like you should always keep the stock close and a spaz 12 like a real gamer. Oh, yeah. Right, yeah, of course, of course. My dad has some boomer rifles. My dad just sold a bunch of his guns. I don't know why. I think right now is like the worst time to sell a gun. The gun market's so down right now. It's good for gun buyers. It's really bad for gun sellers. You can wear that Astra with the $400. I would have to make sure Giantess is still down to do that. I wouldn't assume that Giantess is still up for that. But if Giantess is still up for that, I'm watching that shit. Because if I can get that motherfucker, that's the one I really want too. The Terminator. I want both the normal size 44 Magnum and that one. Like, I would still be looking for the normal size 44 mag, like with the normal like 4 or 5 inch barrel on it. But like the one I really want is the Terminator, cause like, does it get any cooler than a snub-nose 44 Magnum called the Terminator? Like legit, what the fuck, dude? Like I would carry this thing, dude. I mean, probably not, but yeah, I would. I love this thing, man. I would carry this if I could. Like, genuinely, I would. That's a sick gun, man. I love that. I love that. I gotta build my Astra arsenal, chat. What other Astras are on Gunbroker right now? It's more powerful than your current EDC, right? Yeah, my current EDC is this, which is 357 Magnum. Basically, it is unloaded, by the way, but this is my current EDC, which is probably still gonna actually be my EDC. I don't think I'm actually gonna EDC a 44 Magnum. That's a bit excessive. But this is like my actual EDC. It's 357 Magnum. So in terms of revolver calibers, it usually goes 38 being the smallest. You can get smaller, like you can get 32 ACP. You can even get 22 LR revolvers. Those are pretty common. But generally, in terms of main revolver calibers, it goes 38, 357, 357 Magnum, and then 44, and then 44 Magnum. And usually, if you have a 44 or a 357, they can shoot Magnums. But the thing about it is that 38 is just longer. 38 is just shorter 357. So if you have 357, which is right here, 38 is the same thing, just a bit shorter. And so I can shoot 38 special out of this gun. But if you buy the version of this gun that is chambered specifically in 38, you will not be able to shoot 357 out of it. Though, I will say, it takes a special kind of person to want to shoot 357 out of this gun. Because this gun weighs 11 ounces. This thing weighs less than a soda can. And my god, when I tell you this fucker kicks like a mule, it kicks like a goddamn mule on cracked out on cocaine. This thing, it brutalizes your hand. But it gives you like full size, like plus P9mm performance out of a subcompact revolver, which is kind of cool, right? Like, this bullet out of a full-size revolver is way more powerful than 9mm. But this caliber out of a short-barreled 357 is just slightly better than the average 9mm round out of a full-length gun. So, like a Beretta 92. So, it's like, if you're gonna shoot a Beretta 92 with, like, 9mm, I think you're gonna get somewhere in between, like, 1,100, 1,300 feet per second, unless you go real, real hot. But through a 357 Magnum, especially the right load, out of this gun, you can get 1,300 to 1,400 feet per second out of a fucking... Look at this thing. Out of an 11-ounce gun. It's stupid. It's actually stupid. But I figured, you know, if you it's not impossible to shoot, right? Like, it is like, I have it on video. Like, I put 5 rounds rapid fire on target with this gun at 357 Magnum. I felt it for a week, but I was able to do it. So in my mind, it's like, why would I, if I could just train and do it anyway, why would I not just carry 357? Because if there's some huge guy who weighs like 300 pounds, you know, I want every ounce of power I can get to, like, fuck that guy up, right? I don't want to be caught lacking. But, yeah. I think 20 militia do the drink. The video of you shooting is gone. That is gone? No, it's not. It shouldn't be. It should be in... Here, let me find it. Is it gone? Should. I don't think it is. Let me go up. I had to scroll up really far up and gun shit. I'm scrolling. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's someone talking about the Astra Terminator. I just scrolled way the fuck up to like a year ago in the gun channel, and someone's talking about the Astra Terminator. It's in the family, but Astra, she wanted the Terminator model, the variant that comes with a snub-nose barrel, not the 6 or 8-inch barrel. They can go from 500 to 600 depending on the nice to finish and maintained, and the bidding gets lively. Dude, fuck. Is it gone? What happened to the... What happened to the video of me shooting that? Did I lose that? No, it's right here. Can I pin this? Add reaction, forward, create thread, pin message. Oh yeah, pin that. Yeah, chat. If you want to know how fucked this goddamn gun is, look at this. That shit hurt, man. That shit hurt. Where's the video of me rapid firing it though? I don't see that. I'll pin this one too. Still there? What have I missed? Red Riding Hood? Replayed the video. Yeah, I wish Michelle could repost those gun range videos on Discord or send them to Astra. I have them. I think I have everything. I still need to just make a video out of it. That your carry? Yeah, that's my carry. When I carry. I don't carry all the time, but when I do, I carry this thing. Mainly because it's the lightest and most concealable option that gives me the most power. Like, I'm small, and so I really can't carry something like this. This is a full-size hand, or I guess it's a little bit smaller than a full-size handgun, but this is a full-size handgun. I cannot conceal carry this gun. It is too big. It is too big for me to carry. I cannot do it. Damn. I cannot conceal carry this gun. It's too big. But this gun, I can conceal carry because it's so small, it's so lightweight, and this gun will be almost as powerful as this gun if I carried it. Like, it's close to being the same power. It is not quite as powerful, but is CZ my biggest? It's my biggest, yeah, CZ I think is my only true full-size handgun that I have. It's my only, I only have 2 9mm handguns, and that's one of them. The other one I have is a Luger, so I need to get more magazines. I'm pretty sure all the magazines I have for the Beretta are in Iowa. And so I was looking, and you can buy like a 50 round CZ Shadow 2 mag for like 20-30 bucks. I didn't know that, so I'm gonna pick one of those up one of these days, and I'm just gonna fucking go to town with it. How did I fuck that up? How did I give myself grand sum on a goddamn handgun? Oh, I see. I like dropped it. Fucking give myself grand thumb. Ow, fuck. That hurt like a bitch. Damn. That hurt like a son of a bitch. There you go. Those are not live rounds, by the way, for anyone wondering. Those are snap caps. 50 round mag for $20. So a total POS? I don't know, man. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it again. Hello, pup. Beretta CZ Shadow 2 mag. Gun mag warehouse. So look at $20. 32 round mag. Like, that's not bad, chat. That's $22 for a 32 round mag. Like, I might just buy this. I mean, I can't buy it right now. I have to buy it. I have to be a little bit careful with my money, but I can't buy it. But soon I'm gonna buy this. And I'll take it to the range. I want to go to the range so badly, chat. You have no idea. Called it fucking Pro Mag. What's wrong with Pro Mag? Your 357 Ultralight holds 6 or 8 rounds. 6. Or 5. 5, my bad. It holds 5. Pro Mag is not good. But does it work? I don't need it to be great. I just need it to work. I don't have any magazines for it with me. You're a piece of shit? Oh, fuck, man. What am I supposed to do then? I don't want to spend, like, $50 on a mag. It will jam. I need to trim your claws, Puck. You got vicious talons. Helix magazine should do the trick and be affordable. I don't have money for it right now anyway, but soon. If you're brave enough, the whole world is my range. Well, if I had, like, a backyard, I could, like, actually shoot this one in my backyard if I had a suppressor on it. Puck, you are such a shedder. It's just ridiculous how much you shed. It's like, I could easily duplicate you with the amount that you shed. What model is it you're looking for? A CZ Shadow 2. Gato. Just a mod of Glock so much that it becomes a PP-19. Dude, I don't like Glocks, to be honest with you. I'm not very big into Glocks. In perfect conditions, they just won't feed sometimes. Pro mags are very bad quality control. I mean, I guess, but I'm also, you gotta remember, chat, I'm not, the CZ Shadow 2 I have is not at all a defensive weapon. It's just a toy. Damn, I really fucked myself up there. It really is just a toy. Like, it's not, I'm not gonna ever use it for self-defense. I'm never gonna carry it. It's way too heavy and big to carry. It's not like a military spec gun. Maybe if the Boog ever happened, maybe it would be a decent Boog gun, but I don't really know how the Shadow 2 compares to the normal CC75 in terms of combat readiness, you know what I mean? I don't know. The Shadow 2 is really more of a target pistol in my mind than anything. It's not designed to be, I don't know, is the Shadow 2 as reliable at, like, in terms of military service as like a 75? Like, has anyone fielded a Shadow 2 in war? Are they using them over in Ukraine? I don't. What kind of sidearms are they using in Ukraine? I know they're using a lot of ARs, but I don't know what else they're using. This is what perfection looks like. You shave cats to be like Dr. Evil Cat? No, I would never shave my kitties. I would never shave my kitties. I don't think I'd ever buy a Sphinx either. I don't really like the breeding practice, and I think Sphinxes look a little funky. The only time I'd ever get a Sphinx is if it was a rescue. It's just a race gun with a version built on the 75 frame. That's what I thought, and it just seems like that's not probably equipped well for combat, right? I don't think that's not my Boog. If shit hits the fan, that's not the go-to gun. But I really like the Shadow 2. It's my favorite, like, target gun. Fuck, dude, I wanna go shooting, chat. I wanna go shooting. I haven't been shooting in so fucking long, chat. Any Smash today? I could play Smash if you guys wanted. So pretty much a gun stream today. I was thinking I was gonna play some, whatchamacallit? Some fucking, GeoGuessr. I was gonna play some GeoGuessr. When was the last time I shot? Probably 4 or 5 months ago. It's been a while. I don't remember the last time specifically, but actually, I remember the last time I went shooting was just after I moved into this place. That's the last time I went shooting was. So, like a month or two ago. Like, Canik Rival S for drill runs. I've heard Canik is Turkish, isn't it? I've heard bad things about Canik. I'm not sure I'd ever spring for one of those, to be honest with you. I just haven't heard of them being very good. The Shadow 2 is very similar to the CZ75. I think if you want to mess with the Pro mag, go for it, but also pick up some quality mags, some CZ for it too. Well, I have a whole bunch of magazines that are CZ mags for it. They're just in a box in my storage unit in Iowa, along with a bunch of other magazines that I have. For some of them are for my SIG 365, which I don't even have anymore. So yeah, I don't know. It's like there's a lot of magazines in there I gotta get back from that storage unit. I don't know I haven't seen them since I've been in Florida, so they're most likely in that storage unit. It was built to and marketed to comp shooters who like high-end gear, so they add ons, carry high-end and price, especially reliable high caps. Yeah, my guess is I think the CZ is just a fun target gun for me. Honestly, that's what it is. I think that's what it'll always be. I just really like it. I love the pink grips on this Shadow 2, man. I love them. They're so good. Like, they're not even the kind of aftermarket thing where it's like you can tell they're aftermarket. It's like, it's the kind of aftermarket thing where it's like they actually just look and feel really good. Alright, hold on. That's the price per mag. $100 per mag, 24 rounds. What the fuck? Damn, that's expensive. If the platform runs fine, oh, I mean, if you having luck with it, that's all that really matters. Like at the end of the day, I think a lot of people get bent out of shape about having the specific right gun. Like I think it's fun to kind of theorize about, ooh, what's better to have in this situation, an AR or an AK? I don't know. It's like, you know, you can speculate about that all the shit all you want, but I think at the end of the day, if you're actually in combat, that shit doesn't really matter. All that matters is you got a gun and you got ammo, and that's the only two factors that really make a difference, I think. But so at that point, like, if she hits the fan, run it, man. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever spring for it. But I've heard some people like them, but I've heard some bad things about them. I'm not really sure. Can totally see Astra pogging that Forgotten Weapons video. I do like Forgotten Weapons. He makes some good shit. If you had to pick up a 2011, which one would you get? What options are there for a 2011? I don't know. I'd definitely get it in 45. I think getting any 1911 platform gun in a 9mm is a bit sacrilegious. Like, I get it, people do it, but it's not what I would do. I think I already have a 45, so I don't really think I'd ever actively look for a 2011, because I already have this, which I feel like is sort of like, I sort of feel like this gun is the amalgamation of all the best SIGs that were made in the 80s into one gun and chambered in 45 ACP, which is really, really cool. I think specifically because I own this gun, I don't think I'll ever buy a SIG ever again. Because this, I think, scratches any amount of SIG itch that I ever had. It's also a little bit like a CZ on the inside, I think, this is a really fucking cool gun. I love this thing. But like, if I were to get a 2011, I think 1911 should always be chambered in 45, just because they should be. But I would go for probably the biggest one I could get with the longest barrel. I love, like, the look of high powers with, like, this super long barrel. Like, you know, that's, like, a 10-inch barrel on a fucking, like, a 1911 or some shit like that. I love that. It reminds me of, like, Alucard's pistols from Helsing, where it just has this stupid long barrel in 45. That's what I want. If I'm gonna get a 1911 styled gun, whether it's a fucking whether it's a fucking 2011 or what, but man, 2011 long barrel. I don't know if I can find that. Oh, dude, that's kind of it right there. That's kind of it right there. Yeah, see that shit. This is what I would spring for. So if you're asking me what 2011 would I get, it'd be this right here. Oh, it's a 9x19. Okay, well this in 45 is what I would get. Do they have one? 40 Smith & Wesson, 9x19, 9x19, 9mm. Do they have high power Browning? It's kind of not the same gun, but like That's kind of sick. Oh, dude, here we go. Here we go, chat. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know if I like those sights, the rear sights. They look kind of weird. But this is what I'm talking about, chat. That's just silly long barrel. As long as I can get it. That's what I'm after. That's what I'm after right there, chat. Just a... Ooh, look, a well rod. Six-inch barrel. 7 round. How long is this barrel? 6-inch barrel, so it's the same. Like, this is probably what I would get. I just like that super long barrel. Thank you, Wasted Hobo, for the 25 months. Thank you so much. I should be like some long and hard. Big surprise. I watched a 1911 video yesterday and said the only way to safely carry it is cocked and locked. Why is it the only way to safely carry it? That doesn't make any sense. Literal pipe gun. Get an LMT highballer then. The Terminator 1911. Hold on. LMT highballer? I've never heard of that. LMT highballer. It's not on Gun Broker. It probably means it's expensive. I'm not getting any 1911s after looking that up. Chat, let's see what other Astras they have. They have the one like I have. There's the Terminator. There's an A100, which is nice. I do want to get one of these like tank guns. I think these are cool. I think like I don't think really any Astra collection is complete without one of these. So eventually, at some point or another, I'm gonna have to pick up one of these 400s. What the fuck? Chambered in 41 Magnum? Ooh, my goodness gracious, what is that? Holy shit. Oh. Mamma mia. Oh, it's fucking sick, dude. What? Is this full auto? Is this full auto? So, semi-automatic. While the lower frame is Mark 7.63 caliber, the gun is actually 9mm Luger. My gunsmith loaded a full black cycle through the entire mag, ensured proper repeating injection. This may be related to unmatched serials, as the upper receiver and the barrel can be swapped independently of a lower frame on this model. This unit maybe has been assembled at the end of their production or with mismatched parts. The item seems to be a unicorn in a sense. It shows that the 904E is a 9mm Largo in research, but the chamber is 9mm Luger. My gunsmith is certain of that much. He stated that it was chambered 9mm Largo. The 9mm Luger round would visibly fall in the chamber further and would be out of reach of the firing pin. My observations, the finish is really good. So wait a minute. Dude, current bid is $370 for this though? Bro. That is fucking cool. There's no way this goes for 370 though. This is like, I bet you this doesn't go for anything less than $5 grand. That is I want that. I want that, chat. I want that so bad. You have no idea how badly I want that. I want that so bad. I would probably get that over the Terminator. I'm not gonna lie. That is a sick fucking gun. Yeah, if round is chambered, yes, because the safety blocks the hammer. Otherwise, the hammer rests on the primer and the transfer bar. The Astra collection will never end. I carried a full-size 1911 for years, cocked and locked, no issues. Just have to learn manual of arms. Well, yeah, I don't have a problem with carrying cocked and locked for 1911, especially since they have the grip safety. Yeah, I don't have a problem with carrying cocked and locked. Technically, whenever I carry this, it's cocked and locked. I mean, there's no safety on this thing at all. It's just, you know, basically, you pull the trigger, it goes bang. That's the only control it has. That's why, you know, you carry it in a case where you can't get to the trigger. Rubber band that grip safety. It's a mixed match, so it will not sell very high considered parts bin cut by collectors. Yeah, but like, I would be fun because I don't like to shoot mine because mine is so nice. I actively don't shoot it. So if I could get another one that was mag fed, so you can literally just put a magazine in it, dude, this thing is actually so fucking cool. It comes with this all the stock and stuff too. It has the little leather carrying pouch for it. This thing is actually so fucking cool. It is genuinely so fucking cool. I will be astounded if this goes for under, like, $1,000. Because, oh, I don't care if it's a mismatch of parts. Like, this thing is cool. I want this. I would shoot this, like, all the time. This thing is so fucking cool. Holy shit, dude. Like, just based off of what it is. It's a magazine-fed, broom-handled firearm. That is fucked up, man. Oh, do you know how much these things go for, like, normally? These things are not cheap, dude. They are not fucking cheap. No, I want the for sale. Shit, I don't see any other ones. Damn. Dude, these things are so fucking expensive nowadays. It's insane. I cannot believe how expensive these things are. Sellers hyping it to collectors, but that is a shooter, yeah. But he's chasing the wrong buyer, I know. Do you think that it could go for under 600? Because if it goes for under 600, I might try for it. Right, chat? Like, because that would be fun. That would be such a fun gun to own and shoot. Like, as an Astra collector, it being what it is kind of... It is kind of enticing to me as an Astra collector. Because, like, I already have... See here, chat. Oh, look at... Look at... The snipers will push to the end. Yeah, probably. But look at this thing. Look how beautiful and like nice this thing is. It's so good. There's a little bit bluing on this part right here, which I feel like I could work on. There could be the bluing right there could be a little bit better. There's a little surface rust on a couple parts. I'm thinking at some point I'm gonna take it to like a gunsmith or proper to have them really just polish it back up to 100%. But this thing is so nice. The only problem with it is I don't like to shoot it because it's so, you know, it's so old and it's such in good condition that I actively don't want to shoot it. And it's like there's just a little bit of surface rust on some of these metal parts and I really don't like that. I'd like to fix that if I could, but such a nice pistol. Such a nice pistol. Check your redeems, Astra. My redeems? Oh, fit check? Shit. Booty check will work instead. Booty check will work instead. Does that mean I don't have to get all the way up if I just do this? Is this my cape or part of the skirt? Oh, okay. Booty check. It was once a lifetime snag, Astra. That was a once in a lifetime snag, Astra, right? Time and right place you score it, and yeah, it shoot it sparingly, but shoot it. Guns die if they don't get shot. Yeah, I don't know. I really want to take that one to a proper gunsmith who can tell me how to best take care of it. Like, 'cause I feel like there is some little bits of surface rust on, like, some of the parts. Not so much where I feel like it wouldn't be... I feel like it would literally be as easy as just polishing it a little bit, and it would be fine. That one part I do think needs to be reblued, maybe. But after that, that's like, it's 100%. It's, like, right there. And I haven't shot it very much. It really is just on the hammer a little bit. There's some surface rust. On the charging handle, there's some surface rust. On the top end of this bolt, there's a little bit of surface rust. But, like, very, very little. Like, very little. Like, enough that you could really just polish that out easily. But I don't want to try doing it myself. That's the only thing. I just want to take it to a gunsmith that, like, really knows how to take care of vintage weapons, and he can do it properly, and I can just make sure it's done right, and then he can tell me how to take care of it best from there. But it's really, really in good condition, this thing. I don't know how I got so lucky with scoring this thing, but the one thing I don't like about this gun, the one thing I hate about this gun is that I don't shoot it. I will shoot it again. I'll shoot some more, because I don't really have a lot of great footage of me shooting this, so I want to get some good footage of me shooting it, number one, just because I think I should. But, like, I really don't want to shoot it that much, and it's just such a nice piece that why don't I shoot it? Because it's in near mint condition. This is the 381st version of the Model 900 ever made in production. So this is a very, 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 very early part number. So not only is it a rare gun just because the part number makes it super, super, super fucking rare, because these things were built, they built hundreds of thousands of these things, right? So this is really fucking low part number. So that alone makes it a rare gun. It was also restored by a guy who used to work at Mauser building the original C96. So it was restored properly by someone who knew what the fuck they were doing. And so being that it's in such immaculate condition and that it's such a rare piece, I really want to take care of it. But again, I get kind of, like, sad because I don't know how best to take care of it. I almost feel like I wish I knew how to take care of those little spots. One of these days, I'm going to take it to a gunsmith and just ask them for advice on just how to take care of it, I think. I really, really want to keep this thing nice for as long as I can. I don't want to be the one that lets this thing fall to ruin. I'm not going to treat this thing like it's a dog. It's a really unique piece of firearm history here, and I'd like to keep it in nice condition. That's why I keep it in the case that, like, there and not out here so the cats can't get to it. The gun is an investment at this point. I bought that thing for $3 grand. Right? I bought that thing for $3 grand, which, by the way, is a lot. Like, man, I would not have that much money. I bought that back when I had money, chat. I bought that back when I had fucking money. But look at this thing. This thing's a 900 broom handle. It's Chinese, which is nice. It comes with the stock. I have the stock for mine, too. It's parts matching. Mine is also parts matching, but it's very nice. They have some nice bluing. They blued the trigger, which is very nice. It's got the Chinese, but look at this is 27843. So you can tell it's a way higher part number than mine. It's not in quite, it's in similar condition, but not quite as good condition as the one that mine is in. It's just like one notch below. Very close though. And this guy is selling this thing for, it's in Iowa. This guy is selling this thing for $7,500. Holy shit. Dude, $7,500. I don't even know how much I could list this thing for. German Astra? This is German? They did send some to Germany, I think. But look at this one. It's in much worse condition. It's in much, much worse condition. And this is going for fucking... How much? Like, a lot. This one's so cool, though. I genuinely... I'm gonna keep an eye on this bid. Very low hopes for this one, but if it's under 600, chat, I'm buying this, chat. If it's under 600, I might put in my bid at 600, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I need to ask Giantess first to see if she'll help me. But like, if Giantess is down, I'm putting 600 on this one, and most likely this will not sell for 600. It will sell for probably more than twice that, if not 3 times that, if not more. But otherwise we're going for this one because this is still a bucket list gun, and I want this thing so badly. It's like I already have a broom handle Astra, so it's like I don't need this one. I only want it because I feel like it'd be a really fun shooter. It's in good condition, so I wouldn't feel like it would be a shitty gun to shoot. But at the same time, it's also in a cheaper caliber to shoot. It's in just 9mm, which is really kind of a draw for a shooting gun. You don't have to use the stripper clips, which is nice. I don't even know where my stripper clips for this thing are. So you know, you have to load these with a stripper clip, which is just irritating. I actually do know where those stripper clips are, now that I think about it. But this one's just a mag, and that's so fucking nice. It's so nice. The only problem is you probably only get 1 mag. I imagine the magazine, if you wanted to buy another one, would cost an arm and a leg, but I would shoot the shit out of that thing, dude. Change your name to Tabitha. Dude, motherfucker, listen, don't harp on my tabs. About reimagining Little Red Riding Hood story for YouTube, except she's packing and will fuck up a motherfucker. That'd be funny. I want to film some videos like that. It pulls out an Astra 900. God, I like that fucking gun. God. Yeah, Little Red Riding Hood's like, going down the way, and then and they'll have like Dob or someone dress up as the wolf, and I'll just be like, well, that time of day again. Guys, you have nods on these so you don't miss them. Alright, thank you, Taco. Thank you, Taco. Dabo is a wolf. Maybe have him just like be in a big raccoon outfit that we like spray paint brown, but it's clearly just a raccoon outfit. That might be kind of funny. This also has surface rust on that on the barrel. Michelle gave me some metal polish, and I don't know where it went, and I really want to find it because I really want to polish this. Oh, I forgot. God damn it. That's the one thing, I can't really rack this while I have snap caps in it. It's kind of irritating. Watch this shit. Oh, damn. Okay, now that I know how to take this thing apart, it is so stupid simple to take apart. Pretend that didn't happen. Pretend that didn't happen. Pretend like I didn't just launch that shit across the room. But yeah, I know, chat, there's a little bit of a... Chat, what do you think about the surface rust? And it's gone. Oh, let me go get that real quick. Come on. All right, chat. There we go. We got those back. Good thing we got that back. This thing fucking launched across the room, dude. Where'd I put the barrel? There, where did I put the barrel? Somewhere. Like, little motherfucker was like, bye, have a good time. Is my grandmother? I have no idea, but I'll see her in like a week. There it is. Yeah, there's just a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. There's just a little bit surface rust there. How do I get that off? Like, it's not too bad. This is way worse than anything that's on the Astra, the 900. Like, the 900 is, I don't know if you can tell. Just got a little bit right there. And a little bit, I'm trying to clean up myself. Little bit on the handle and the hammer. Also right here at this little part I think needs to be re-glued. But otherwise it's mostly there. But for this, the barrel will... Like, how do I clean that? How do I get that off? I want to clean that up. I want to fix that. I don't like that that's there like that. I want to get that rust off. But I don't know how to do it exactly. Gotta find that metal polish. Okay, do you think that if I were to, like, accidentally, like, have a slip up right there, do you think that because it was so blurred that it wouldn't have counted? Do you think that it'd get past Twitch's TOS if I did it while it's blurred? I need to clean this barrel too. I love that thing. We wouldn't see anything if it was blurry as fuck. Like, what if I just, like, did all, like, I turned around and went, like... like, I almost did just right there. Like, I literally almost just did. I think it'd be a better idea to test Twitch TOS just to make sure that it's working. You're doing Twitch a favor by testing their system. We're doing Twitch a favor, okay? That was badass, Red Riding Hood. It'd be like that scene from, fuck, what was that? What was that, movie called Major Payne? What do you do in your free time, Major Payne? I field stripped my handgun while blindfolded and upside down. I like to see how fast I can field strip my pistol. We could see something. I don't know. I think I was pretty. I think I got out of that okay. I think we're okay. Well, I think we're fine. I could double check though. Damn, I wore like another German thing like not too long ago. I had the other German fit on. Alright, let's review this. I think I'm fine. I think I'm good. I think I just came really close, but I think I'm fine. I don't think I did anything. Yeah. We're totally we're peachy, kid. We're peachy. We're peachy. We're peachy. We're fine. It could be a good idea to test Twitch to us to make sure it's still working. But apparently doing it in public is too far. But another German fit will be on the way once you get an EP box. Hell yeah. Can't with you sometimes. Listen. Listen. What can you do about it, right? What can you do about it? It is what it is. Hey. I remember in school we were told to rewrite the plot of Red Riding Hood, and I based the story on the climax of the last house on the left. What? Do you drink water? I do drink water sometimes, occasionally, as a treat. I drink as much Mountain Dew as I should drink water, and I drink as much water as I should drink Mountain Dew. I have them flipped. I just have them flipped, chat. I just gotta do the opposite. I do need to drink less Mountain Dew, but it's difficult, chat. You know it's difficult. It's very difficult. Dude, this Astra's sick. I'm gonna watch both of those, man. There's also this Astra Terminator, which is for sale. Which is kind of interesting. I don't know if I'd want this one just because I don't know where I would get 41 Magnum. And I never heard of 41 Magnum before. And I feel like it'd be such a pain in the ass to get that I wouldn't want it. It's not worth it. But it is pretty nice. This one looks like it's in better condition than the one I'm actually looking at. But who the fuck? What is 41 Magnum? Like, what? Who even made that? Why? See, now this is another gun I gotta get. I gotta at one point get one of these. Very, like, iconic. The tank gun. One day I'll acquire a gun like this. Navy Model 400. Fuck, dude. Oh, this one's like weird looking. Condor? Interesting. At some point, I also want to get an A900, I think, too. Ooh, a Martini Henry and 303 British for fucking 300? Wait, what? What's up with this? Why is it so cheap? I mean, that's the bid. Ah. Oh. Fuck, dude. This one's nice, too, chat. Oh, wait, why does it say Astra? Is the barrel made by Astra or something? Martini Henry, dated 1896, chambered in 303 British. Top of the rifle appears to be partially scrubbed Kabul arsenal mark and some Arabic writing that I could not decipher. The right side of the barrel shows a cross mark and the word Astra. I'm not familiar with those word markings. I cannot provide an opinion whether the mark is safe to fire. The trigger functions correctly, but but requires significantly trigger to pull activate the 30 date and several broad arrow proof marks from the British Emperor. The bore has heavily used, although the rifling is still present. I would rate it poor or fair, penny auction, no reserve. How much do you think this is gonna go for, chat? Because this is, this is so cool. This is literally so fucking cool. What do you think this will go for? This is insane. Add that on the list of things to watch. The barrel has me confused. I don't know what it is. Gun name here. Why is it called a tank gun? Because it was primarily used by tank crews in World War II. And I think World War I a little bit. But a lot of Germans used Astras as tank guns in World War II. Specifically the Model 400. Wouldn't it be cheap because the 303 British is more spicy? Why would that make it cheaper? I mean, I don't really care what caliber it is. That gun wouldn't be a really big shooter for me. I don't think I'd be shooting that gun very often. But I literally, that's one of those guns, chat. That's one of those Grail guns. The Martini Henry. You can't not watch Zulu and then not want a Martini Henry just indefinitely after that. You know what I mean? Like that. That's one of those guns, and it's like turn of the century, so it's like it'd be a gun that I had. This is the oldest gun I currently own, right here. This maybe one of the Mannlichers is a little bit older, but this is a 1920s gun. This is made in the 1920s, almost 100 years ago. This is almost a 100-year-old gun, chat. But if I got one that was turn of the century, dude, that's crazy. That would be by far the oldest gun I would have. Do you see the guns in the movies in video games, or did you find your way to these firearms on your own? I mean, it depends. Like, my exposure to them was somewhat, you know, it depends on, like, which kind. Like, obviously, when I got into guns, like, I knew AK-47s from video games or whatever, and it's like, part of the reason why I was drawn towards, like, AKs and Galils is because of CS Source and CSGO. So, partially, but, like, my love for this gun, I never, like, saw this gun in a video game. I don't think there is any video games that has this gun in it, but it's just, like, this one's more interesting for me for, like, a historical point of view, because Astra as a company, I think, is really interesting. They've done a lot of stuff over the years, and I really like Astra as a company, and I would consider myself to be an Astra collector. But I only know of Astras because I was looking for guns, and I found this one that had my name on it, and I was like, oh, like, I'm not gonna buy an Astra that looks like a broom-handled Mauser. Imagine robbing Astra. The last thing robber hears is a gun clicking. Dude, you do not want to break into my fucking place, dude. It would be a bad idea. It'd be a very bad idea. I'm sure there's some Chinese developed FPS game that has that gun. Well, not really, because most of them are copies. Like, if you're gonna have this gun specifically, it would have had to have a big enough imprint on social impact to actually, like, put it in there. Like, the only time this gun, I think, would actually be in a movie, like, if it was just some extra gun that they happen to have on set, and they just like, oh, I'll just throw that in there, and it's not much thought into it, because no one, like, if you ask somebody, like, any gun person, like, have you ever heard of the brand Astra? Most people are gonna say no, because it's not that well known of a brand. It's Spanish, you know? Spain isn't, I don't think that Spain is that known for their firearms, but they do make copies. Spain has some copies of firearms that became pretty interesting, like the Astra 900, like the A75, which, again, this is not it's hard to call this a copy, or more or less just like an inspired by SIG kind of gun. Like, there really isn't anything about this gun that specifically is a direct copy from anything else. I know, I really like it. I really like it. But in fact, Astra's the most well-known bottom. That's not true. Not even the most bottom femboy on Twitch, I don't think. So, Ash, do you have a more historical significance, or are they just the best guns you've shot? I really like historical guns. I'm really into history. I'm really into the historical weaponry. That's like my jam. But some guns like this one, this has no historical importance, right? Like there is a history, like I could tell you a history lesson about this gun, like how it was developed, how it was, how originally when Mark Ruger, or whatever his name was, not Mark Ruger, I don't remember what his name is, but when Ruger originally designed the Mark series of pistols, he was originally inspired by the Nambu pistol that the Japanese used in World War II. He noticed that design, he liked it, and then he recreated it, and that became the Mark 1. And that was a gun that sold for a lot. And then it changed ever so slightly, and over the years it became like the Mark 2, and then you had the Mark 3. And then just recently, like in the past 10 to 15 years, they've come out with the Mark 4, which is the modern incarnation of this gun, which is basically very similar. But this one, I don't think I'd ever buy a Mark 3 at this point, just because the disassembly on this thing is, you would never beat. This is like the most easy to disassemble gun ever, and it used to be a pain on the older models. But like, this has no real historical significance, this firearm specifically. But I like it just because it's more of a shooter. Like, it's just more fun to shoot, comparative to like, you know, this gun, which I don't even like to pick up that much because it's so nice and I don't want to damage it or fuck with it. So I don't shoot this gun very much at all. And like for a gun like this, it's somewhere in between where there's historical value to it. I mean, this is like a 40-year-old gun at this point, so it's almost half a century old in of itself. But it is like, it's also a good shooter though. Like I don't feel bad shooting this pistol. Hello, Ian McCollum. I feel like a lot of it has to do with it. With is it they have her name on it? True, yeah. Who needs forgotten weapons when we have you? Exactly. Exactly. So the history on this is pretty interesting. Fuck, dude. Forgotten weapons is the coolest job. It was the coolest job. How much would you estimate your current collection is worth? It depends. If I were to sell all of my guns right now, I would probably not get what they're worth. I think what my guns are worth, if you... I don't really know if I could put a number to it, because it really depends. It could be as high as, like, 30,000, but it also could be as low as, like, 5,000, depending on how you, like, put it. Like, if I were to say, okay, tomorrow I have to sell all of my guns, and I sold all of my guns tomorrow, I'd probably get, like, 6,000 out of all of them. Like, that would, my whole collection would be worth that much if I just sold it right now tomorrow. But if you sell it to the right person, you wait until the market's a little bit better, you can get the real price for each gun. Like, this gun, I might be able to get, like, $10,000 for this gun specifically. But then you have to find the right buyer, right? You have to list it. You have to find the person who wants to spend $10,000 on an Astra A900. And it's like, that's cool, right? That's a great handgun. Especially right now when people are, like, uncertain of things. There's less people willing to spend that much money on a gun like that there, like, right now than there was a while ago. It's just really... There's not a lot of people buying guns right now. There's a lot of people selling guns right now. And so the market right now is a really bad spot for selling. So if I did sell all my guns right now, I'd be fucking myself because I'm selling it at the low point. But if I waited until like 2026, I might be able to get more for them. It depends, right? It's like a solid asset. It's always hard to, like, what is a solid asset worth? In reality, it's worth what someone will pay for it at the end of the day. But it's kind of hard to say. I have over 30 guns, though, so that means that if every one of them was worth $1,000, which most of them are not worth $1,000, then I'd have 30,000. But, like, so most of them, like, this is probably, like, $500, $600, you know, max. This one's probably a similar story. It's probably also, like, around the $500-600 mark. This one's probably closer to like 900. If I had to guess, this is just me pulling numbers out of my ass. The Mackie Mac is probably only worth like 400, 500. I love the Mackie Mac though, but it's like I don't want to sell any of these guns anyway, so it's like I'd really rather not sell any of them. And especially for guns like this one, this is really an investment more than an actual firearm. Like, this gun will go up in value. This gun will not go down in value. This gun could go down in value. This one will not. But that one, you know, it just depends on how long you're willing to wait to sell it. Time to search the black market. A year worth of rent. See you next time. Hope you have a wonderful day. Alright, see ya, Ashmat. Are you all overall happy with your investments? Considering that a lot of them were gifts and I didn't actually pay for them, yes, I'm very happy. For this, I did pay for this one, and this one is the most expensive gun I own, and I'm very happy with this investment. If I sold it right now, I could probably double the money that I put into it. So that's not, in terms of investment, that's not bad. Like, I bought this a couple years ago. That's like 100%, 100% increase, like profit increase. Like that's not bad. Like I could get like 130% of what I paid for it, and that's 130, 140% of what I paid for it. Like it's really not bad of a deal. But actually, really no, I could probably get 200% of what I paid for it. But again, it depends on like, oh, you know, you gotta list it and you gotta wait for the right person to find it, and you really gotta find the person who wants that gun. Like me, I love Astras. I would seek, if I had $10,000 to spend on an Astra, I would spend $10,000 on an Astra. Especially if it was like a 904 with the mag, or if it was one of the full auto versions. Like that is, oh. But, you know, those are more expensive because they're full auto, or like the 904s that are full auto with the mag-fed full auto Astras, those are fucking pricey. And you're not gonna buy one of those for anything less south of about 10 grand, but I should pay for the gun in BEUSSY coin. Some of the guns are broad ends. I paid for some of the guns, but like I didn't pay for this. 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 This is the only gun on this table that I actually did buy. I didn't pay for this one either. The fucking Vepr. I didn't pay for this one. I have a certain Michelle to thank for all of these wonderful things that I have. Broke ass motherfucker. Have you shot any HK guns? I have shot HK. HK is supposed to be really, really good, and I haven't like made a real opinion on HK because I haven't shot them enough. But I've shot enough of them to know that the triggers are abysmal. Like I don't know what, like I've shot 2 HKs now, and that's only 2. So again, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt. Maybe I just got the bad ones. But every HK I've ever shot, it was, you know, when a trigger pull is so heavy and so like mushy that you're like, do I have the safety on? And it's like, no, it's just literally the trigger is that much of a smush wall that it's just, you just have to, you know what I mean? And it's just, I don't like the way that feels very much. HKs are supposed to be built really, really well, and they're supposed to be really, really good guns. But the HKs that I've shot, and maybe it's just something you gotta get used to, but pretty much got a free gun collection. Yeah, pretty much. Feels icky. Yeah, it just, I don't know. Like, for me, they always feel really stiff. Kinda, like, sludgy. Stiff and sludgy is how I would describe the HK triggers that I felt. And, you know, to that point, maybe you could just put in, like, a different trigger kit, and you can get a nice trigger. Like, I do eventually, I don't know when, but I want to put a trigger kit in this thing. Not because the trigger is terrible, but I do think it would make it a more fun shooting experience if the trigger was just slightly less heavy. But like for HK triggers, I felt it was on par with like a 1930s Milsurp firearm. That's what I would say. And it's like it shouldn't feel like I'm firing like a Beretta 1934. I shouldn't feel like I have to actually squeeze the gun to shoot it. But I don't have that much experience with HK to say like all of the HK triggers are bad or all HKs are bad. I really don't know enough about them. I haven't had enough trigger time. I put maybe 2 mags through HK firearms in my life, so I really can't say. You think there's a gun in video games that's consistently represented in an unfaithful way compared to real life counterpart? Shotguns. Shotguns are 100% that. You might say snipers. There are some snipers that are depicted pretty well, but typically shotguns. I mean, there are like, you know, obviously games where they do get shotguns right, but shotguns I feel are way more OP than people think they are. Like, they're really overpowered. They're just stupid. Like, honestly, like, they're so bad. They're just, not bad as in, like, a bad, but, like, you do not want to go up against a shotgun, dude. Like, shotguns are fucked. It's like, people think they spread out and lose, like, effectiveness sooner than they do. You can hit targets pretty accurately at 100 yards with a shotgun loaded with slugs or buckshot. And it's like, at that point, dude, when you're gonna engage someone at 100 yards plus, unless you're in the military, it's like if you're in a boog situation and you need a gun, I think a shotgun's just the way to go. Because if you need to shoot somebody that's at 100 yards out, you got slugs, you could probably take that motherfucker out. And it's like, you know, you can have a lot of body armor and you can take 1 or 2 slugs maybe, but like, slugs are not kind. Like, I don't care if you wear body armor and it stops the slug. If you get hit with a slug, you're gonna feel that motherfucker. You're gonna feel that bitch if it's not gonna kill you. It's, I don't know. Slugs are just powerhouses. The reason why they're kind of represented weird in video games, I feel like, it's just because they're so overpowered. Specifically for, like, a Call of Duty type of situation. It's like, why would you ever... Call of Duty's a lot of close quarters combat where it's very fast paced. But if you have a semi-automatic shotgun where you just go bang, 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 like this one, for instance, like this is a 5-round mag, right? I have a 12-round mag for this shotgun. So, and they make 24-round drums, I think, for it too. So you can get 24 rounds in this son of a bitch. If you got 24 rounds of literally just like... literally 12 rounds of buckshot, like double-aught buck, like that's gonna hurt, dude. You're fucked, dude. You can take something from existing to not existing very quickly. Very quickly. And it's like the amount of power and devastation that you're throwing down range. Like, you shoot a 5.56, it's a 22 caliber bullet. It makes a tiny little pinhole like that. If you shoot someone with double-aught buck or slugs, you take a giant chunk of shit. I forget what his name was, but he put it in a good way. A handgun will put a bullet in somebody. A rifle will put a bullet through somebody. And a shotgun will take a chunk of shit out of that guy and throw it on the floor over there. Like, it's just so overwhelmingly, stupidly powerful that it's like, I don't know why people are sleep on shotguns as much. Like, honestly, like, if the Russians were coming and I needed to have a fucking gun that was, like, really good. I still got the other shotguns. I have a Beretta 1301 comp, and I have a Remington 870 Police Magnum. And I also have a Mossberg bolt-action 20 gauge. Then move the optic back if it stovepipes occasionally. The optic doesn't affect the stove. The optic is way above. Like, it's not going to stovepipe because the optic. It's like the optic is way above the actual like chamber of the gun. It wouldn't hit. If I'm ejecting shells out, it's not going to hit the optic. I don't think. I could move it back, but I think right where it's at, it's pretty fine. Like, it's like you could move it back, but I don't know if that would be a great idea. I think you'd lose more of your peripheral vision if you moved it back, and I don't know if that's great. That's my only kind of complaint with this optic is that it's kind of big and bulky, but it probably needs to be a little bit big and bulky so that it doesn't blow up. Being that it's on a 12 gauge shotgun, that's AK. Is it going with gun talk? You don't like the gun talk? I love the gun talk. Is that an aim point? No, this is a... vortex. It's a vortex something. Strike fire. I think it's the vortex strike fire. I think. The vortex strike fire 2. Such a cool shotgun, chat. I did it with mine. It had a much smaller optic. Yeah. Actually, when was the last time you cleaned your guns? I haven't shot my guns in a while. I haven't cleaned this one, I think, since I've shot it. Most of the guns I have, I've cleaned since I've shot them. Not this one, though. I need to clean that one. I need to clean my AR, too. I need to clean a couple guns, but... looks vaguely like an Aim Point Pro. No, it's a Vortex. The optic that's on my RPK is also a Vortex. I don't remember what that one is, though. That one's a prism sight that's on my Vortex, which I really, really, really love. On the RPK, it has a prism sight. It's very nice. Astra Fudlore? Fudlore? What are you talking about, Fudlore? What am I saying that's Fudlore? No, hi Puck. Puck is hanging out, chat. Alright, I think I'm over my time, but that's fine. I like to go over sometimes. I like to go longer. I like to not stop it right at the 2-hour mark. But it is getting a little late. Shotgun for home defense will definitely come do some house remodeling. Yeah, but I also think shotguns for self-defense are just particularly good in home defense situations because you can control what kind of ammo you're shooting. Like, I live in a trailer, so, like, I have really thin walls. If I shot a slug, it would just go straight through. If I shot 5.56, it would go straight through. But I can load a shotgun with birdshot and not be worried about shooting my neighbors at the same time if someone breaks in, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not so worried about that. Let's give us some Twitter pics. Dry firing rimfire business from David's firing pit of chamber rim because of metal that purge cushion it. Yeah, this is true. The Ruger Mark IV is dry fire safe though. You can dry fire these. I just wouldn't dry fire it like you were practicing. I wouldn't like do it over and over and over again. I don't dry fire this one just because of that, but I do dry fire other ones. It's like the lore of like you better not drop the slide on an empty chamber. You better not drop the slide on an empty chamber, chat. Because, you know, that tiny little bit of resistance that the bullet adds is totally going to make the difference between it damaging itself or not. That's totally at the type of tolerances that we're talking about. Make certain you clean your gun regularly. You don't want it to get infected. True. Did you decide on how many guns in exchange for Girl Month 2? No, I don't think I did. Well, chat, you should come back at me next stream. Let's, like, discuss this. Let's, like, what does chat want? I want to do what chat wants. What does chat want to see me do? Like, what does chat want? I want chat to take the lead on this Girl Month. I want chat to set the terms and conditions for Girl Month 2. I'll give chat the control this time, so we'll see. Card content? Yes, I will try to film it when I go out there to work on it tomorrow. So probably no stream tomorrow, probably. I might stream tomorrow, but very unlikely, because I'm probably going to be working on my car. I'm probably going to get really dirty. I'm probably going to take a shower, and I'm probably going to be hot and sweaty, and it's going to be nasty. But I hopefully will have a running car tomorrow, which is great, because I haven't had a running car in a hot minute. Also, I might get a motorcycle, but probably not, so don't worry about it. Anyway. So there's in a fishbowl for 24 hours. Anyway, chat. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I will be alive again on, maybe not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. A real job and healthy relationship. Damn, dude. Are you my dad? Fuck. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.